Okay, so hello friends and welcome to this another episode where we'll be looking into the zones that we had discussed on Tuesday. First of all, let us go and look at the good recovery from Monday that you saw, right? You can go when the market opened gap down. We were a little bit in the negative, but we recovered quite well and we are now sitting in good profits. I'll just refresh it, right? And that is how you can see that we are able to kind of then write on the both the sides. The calendar hedges have protected us well, and in fact they are now giving us profits. Another there are also some hedges in between to tackle the volatility of the market, as our range is very big, right? You can also see now the market has for today also, if you look at the 15 minutes, the first 2 hours from 32,100 we fell uh, all the way down to 31,400. So if we look at this move, right, this whole move was around let's say around 600 odd points, right? So 600 odd points was this move, and if we come to this without retracement, the market has moved from 31,400 to back the way again 32,000, the 600 points up move. So that is why it is important to hedge, because the premiums are also moving in a bigger range. How? Let us come and look at, I'll show you 32,000 call option, right? So this 32,000 call option, if you see, let us look it in the 15 minutes also. If you can see, it opened, made the high of around 250, went all the way till let's say 30, and then again went up till 173. So that is why to tackle the volatility, hedges are very important, and that is how your profits will increase. As you take effective hedges, they'll protect you from any such volatility, and you can hold on to your positions with ease, right? That is very important to understand in the market. And since this range, as we spoke right in the previous video also, that this is the range for the bank nifty, it is a very important range. So that is where it is now facing an hurdle. If we break out above this, and the breakout can happen in the form of gap up, if we go into a consolidation over here, right? Or if we again go below this range, look at this, this is the very important point, right? Just a minute, this one range, this small range of 31,000, 31,300. So if you look at the total, there is around 1500 point range in bank nifty, where you are seeing the dip in the volumes. Market is also fluctuating within this range. If we go below this, the sellers will again try to exert dominance, and then we might go to 3500 and below that level, because there is a lot of space if you look at the charts on a higher time frame on the backside. If we go above this, the market again will reverse this bearish trend, and it has to then has a space, and it will try to reach this 33,300, which is the upper part of the zone, right? Now coming to the let's take hourly time frame also, the same thing. You are seeing that kind of a markets are not giving are able to sustain above this zone. There are good order flows here on the downside, right? What is the order flow that we teach during our price action sessions, that help us to identify how the smart money works in the market. You do not need any sophisticated tools or fancy things to understand the market. Market actually is very easy. If you just put your efforts in understanding the logic behind it, manage your risk, it is one of the most easiest profession you will ever come across. But if you kind of trade in it like a casino, I want every day I want big profit, jackpot profits, or you're getting influenced by social media, some of the show off that is there in social media, then it will be one of the most difficult profession for you. So trade with logical people who do not just believe in show off, but they themselves help you understand the market with logic, right? It is a serious profession, and do not come here for time pass. Now coming to TCS, again we are able to see it has very important zone. This is a very important zone for TCS, from where all the selling has started, 30 to 100. Below that, it is now into consolidation. A big range is there, but before taking any decision of buying or selling, it has to either go above this range, or it has to broke its structure, which is the higher low structure. Then we can get a good selling opportunity over here. Right now it's ideally in a no trade zone currently. HDFC, it rallied a bit. It in fact, for all the Monday that the losses it had incurred, it reversed everything and it again came inside this zone, right? This is the area. It again came inside this zone. So this is an area for HDFC Bank where you can see how many times from, let's say, from March, let's say from this 15th of March onwards, it has just ping pong around this area so many times, multiple times. So it's like just uh, not a good opportunity at all in HDFC, because the price action is so erratic over here. It is just going up one day and then falling down, going up one day and coming up. It is used in index management. Index management, HDFC and Reliance, the structure, if you look in both the stocks, right? So in Reliance, it is nearly in a bearish phase. That is what the market is putting the pressure on it, and HDFC is just used to manage the index. If Reliance is falling one day, HDFC will just come and shoot up and balance the Nifty, does not let it fall much more. And that is why both this HDFC and Reliance, sometimes they are very well used in the management of index. If HDFC is falling fast, you might see that Reliance might not fall that much, or it might just kind of reverse also in some cases, right? That is the thing. You also see Reliance opening good, and then giving a spike on the upside and the sell off happening. But right, HDFC in a way is relatively holding the fort. It is again inside this range. So unless it breaks below this range, Nifty falling much is not you can't see Nifty fall. You won't see Nifty falling much, right? Unless we get a good sell off below this zone. So for HDFC, this is important. Now coming to some of the banking stocks, let us look at the HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank also, it is relatively much structured than HDFC. As you can see, it is moving in sync with the Bank Nifty. Good gap up, and now also struggling in the same range which Bank Nifty was struggling over there. So until this has also has to go above this range for Bank Nifty to break the range. Similarly for Kotak has a Kotak has been used very actively in index management. If you look at this, completely look at the Kotak structure, right? And that is what, as a trader, one should understand. It is not about just buying and selling. You need to understand what is actually happening in the stock. If you find your positional opportunities in this stock, which is actually used for index management, market might fall, but you might see it moving on the opposite side, and that has happened. If you look at some of the charts of the Kotak, on some days it has actually reversed. When HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank was falling in negative, it was in positive. It has been used actively in index management, Kotak Mahindra. So these two stocks, HDFC and Kotak, that's why their structure, the setup they are giving is not at all that good, right? So note these stocks, and this is how index is managed by big players, and you need to understand which stocks they are using to manage also, because this stock might change. Today it is Kotak, after 2 weeks it might be again ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank. So that is very important to identify. And how you will identify that? By looking at the price action structure. The clarity will not be there. It will just move, anomaly would be there in the movement. It will move erratically, and that is how you need to understand how it does, right? So similarly for HDFC Bank, it is moving in a smooth manner. You can see no anomaly. It's a good structure, good downtrend, and that is how it is giving, also moving in sync with the index. It is not being used to manipulate the index that much, right? Coming to this Maruti, now if you see, Maruti was also kind of used in such a manner. For the last day, it push the auto sector up. And this is how, when something is used in managing the index, you get fake moves and also you get traps in the market. Because why did the Maruti fall so much today, and why did it rise so much the previous day without any reason, right? There was no event, nothing. But this is how you need to understand. Because when it moved up impulsively, means it moved up at an angle of, let's say, 70-80 degrees. And that is what happens when the price moves up so fast. It generates a lot of interest from retail player who might take it for BTST. I have seen so many channels giving Maruti for BTST, everything, it has gone up and this is what it is bullish. And TV channels also you would see Maruti is bullish and everything. For intraday they might have, for BTST or for positional they have given the buying opportunity. But what happened today? It trapped everybody. So whenever there is a fast rise in the stock, it is very important, if you want to take good setup, consolidation is very must. This is how you need to trade with logic. And what others will teach you or everything, it is going up, okay, don't worry, you have to buy, take it. And or else they'll say, oh, directly go for reversal. So that setups doesn't work. You have to there have a certain logic. Whenever the stock moves faster, right, over here, look at this, when it moved faster, it went into a consolidation, and when it broke down it properly, look at it, gave a good sell off also till 6500, which it has a space. And if you would have just sold over here, something over here, right, and if you would have just sold something over here, put the stop loss over here, market hit your stop loss over here, and then it moved down. That is what happened. That is why consolidation is a must in a fast moves in the market, right? That is very important. Now coming to I guess Tata Steel. Tata Steel is also, if you look at this, again it is just moving after a good move. It is just not clear what it wants to do, because again it moved so fast in March, in past 2 weeks. Definitely it has to find some rest, and again we want it to go into a consolidation. Either it should break above or below, after that then we can take entry in that. So coming to the profits, again you can see, yes, it is increasing slowly. We have to market is now moving in a range, right, Bank Nifty. So until the range breaks, we will keep on adding some of the sell premiums to increase the profits. And as the range, but even if the range breaks, we have a hedge setting over there, so we have nothing to worry. And that is why trading has to be done. And what main aim for me to show you live trading over here is that you should understand. It is difficult for me to explain these positions now, because generally how they are built over the time, right? So it's very difficult for me to explain. But ideal, what you can see, that there is a calendar buys which act as a hedge, and then I have sold the current expiry also, some in pair, some naked, right? So that is overall the crux of how, as I said in the last video, that how we will recover our the kind of a minimal gap down, due to which we incurred a minimal, I think around 10k negative we went over there. But we were now able to come out that very effectively, just by following the rules and trading the market with discipline, and most importantly hedging our positions to absorb the market volatility. That is very important. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you learn something from it. I have given you the levels, right, of multiple stocks. We'll see tomorrow. If I take some positions, I'll update you over there, or else then we will look into live trading next week, right, when we get something substantial. So that's all for today. Thank you and bye bye.